Today we're gonna talk about the Xenns Mangird Tea Tree Oil. Of course, it's a joke. It's the Mangird Tea Pro. They're known for their very organic, rich, lush mid-range and bass. Thank you so much again, Paul Wasabi, for lending these. Man, it's so cool for Paul to send this for a review so that I can try this big boy right here. So yeah, it's a very nice box. I mean, as you can see in my unboxing, accessories are good. A lot of ear tips to choose from. The cable is really nice, but reminded me of the S12 Pro cable for some reason. It's really real familiar and the feel as well. But yeah, it's a very good cable. Fit is really nice. Design is they look like, I'm not sure if you can see that. Yeah, they fit fine. I don't really have problems with the fit. Build is really nice. It feels like you really paid $350 for this because it's priced around $350, $359, $357. But yeah, what do I think about its sound? Straight off the bat, the tonality, it's very lush, organic, heavy. It's what it's known for. I think that the Mangird T series, it's known for its lush mid-range. It's not really like bass head level, but the bass is kind of like that old school thick bass that it's like blondes actually. But yeah, the overall tonality for me, it's very balanced, warm balance, and with a playful edginess to it. If that makes sense. Because again, the mid-range and the bass, it's like thick, syrupy mid-range, but still the treble and like the upper mids, they're not really muted or of some sort. They have good clarity, but it's just that kind of like the blonde feeling, the blonde 03s, if you know what I'm talking about. For the tonality on this, I'm gonna give it 2.5. I like it. The tonality, it's not really something that I love. I mean, I like sometimes bass and good mid-range, but it's just my library. I know a lot of people are gonna like how this presents mids, but for me it's 2.5. Moving on to the bass, I think the bass is very mature than this. It's actually very balanced as well. I mean, it's a lot. I mean, a lot for my preference, but pretty well controlled. It's not really that slow because there's enough sub bass that you can feel every kick drum, like the last decay of the sub bass, you feel that. Yeah, think about like a successful man who tries to control his money. This guy here can punch a lot of bass, but still, it's controlling it to a way that it's not so overpowering and it's not less, like a grown-up successful man would do. But yeah, they hit really right. Probably it can pass as a bass headset. Very clean, very textured. I was listening to 311, the 311 love song. Oh man, the bass lines on that. It's just so nuanced. It's very textured. So yeah, for the bass on this, I'm giving it a 3 for the bass. It's just really good. Mids again, as I've mentioned, they're organic sounding. It's kind of like the opposite of clean sounding like the Nova, or like how the other Harman IMs are tuned to, where they're very open and clean. Here, it's just in your face, organic, lush timbre. Close to realistic timbre, but it's very tastefully done. While I was listening to it, I was like, oh my god, like I'd like to have like a warm chocolate syrup in here. Mid for this, I'll probably give it 2.5 because again, I would want it to have more openness, but it's not something that I don't like. I like it, but it's just that 2.5 for the mids for me. The treble is fine. I mean, it's not muted. They have a good presence, as you can see there. Oh, I've never shown you the graph. There we go. As you can see there, there's enough upper mids and there's enough treble elevation there in the upper treble that it's not really that boosted to alter the timbre on cymbals. They sound natural as well. Good body, but it's just that it may sound muted to some people because of the bass, because the bass is really up front on these. So, but for me, I think that the treble body and the timbre and cymbals, they're fine. I didn't hear any peaks. Yeah, for the treble, I'm giving it 2.5. Text, they're not really wide sounding because they're very intimate, like in your face instruments, in your face vocals. It's not the widest stage out there, but the realism and timbre is really good. Good clarity as well, like even with that bass in there and that thick vocals, I think the clarity is good overall. It's able to extract nuance from some songs. I was listening to Dear Diary by Bring Me the Horizon. They incorporate a lot of effects in there. I was able to track those details at the edge of some guitar notes. I would have liked it to have more openness in the sound and probably a bigger stage. Just that headroom I mean, it's all psychoacoustics. It may be even placebo, but I just thought that the stage is a little bit cramped in for my taste, but it's not something that I don't like. I like it because of the clarity of the vocals and instruments, so I think I'm giving it a 3. So it's 13.5. It's actually A+. For the price, Mangird T Pro, it's in the 251 to 499 category. Well, there are also good sounding sets out there. Where do I start though for the comparisons? Maybe one thing that I remember is the SimGut EM10. I didn't make a review of that. I'm not sure. I think I didn't make a video. But the SimGut EM10, it's really good too. If you feel like you wanted more treble details, I think you can choose the SimGut EM10. The bass on that is tighter as well on the EM10, but if you want like a slower, lush bass and mid-range, I think the T Pro is good. The Literature S15s, see the graph there? It's not really like similar, but it's almost similar bass representation of the S15s, but I feel like the bass on the S15s are more pronounced because of the lesser gain there and the lesser upper mids energy. The treble is more sparklier as well on the S15. I think that the T Pro has a better balance overall. It's just playfully done. It's like lush and edge mashed together with this kind of, it's just good. It has good balance. The S15 is like, can be perceived as like V-shaped, U-shaped thing because emphasized bass and emphasized treble. The T Pro is like warm balance where it does its tuning really fine. Next would probably be the Da Vinci. I do have the Da Vinci here. The graph looks like that one. It's actually pretty close. However, the Da Vinci here, you see that there's like a cut around the 6K. That cut there kind of like elevates the bass more. And I feel like the bass on the T Pro is much more textured and resolved compared to the Da Vinci. But I do like the Da Vinci's stage. It separates instruments fine. It sounds more open. And I think that it's also a little bit more resolving compared to the T Pro. So if you want like good quality bass, a lot of bass and good quality, I think you can go for the T Pro. But if you want good vocals, good spacing of instruments and vocals, like good realism in stage, I think go for the Da Vinci. The Da Vinci is also an A+ for me, so both are comparable. But I suggest you audition them. I guess that's it. For the other sets, they're like neutral and like the Studio 4s, the Apple PA, the Blessings. But yeah, I think that's all about the T Pro. If you like old school, classic sound, lush mid-range, good guitars, good bass guitars, you can't go wrong with the T Pro. I mean, if you have the T series and you want like an overall upgrade, I think this is a good choice. So yeah, the Mangird oh my god, I always think about tea tree oil. Mangird T Pro.